understand Draymond's not excited by the play-in, but the play-in is the vehicle that gets you to the playoffs. So I hope it's not a dumb question to ask about a competitor like Draymond, but what do you see motivating him right now?
I mean, y'all seen him play the last couple of games. It's not the just the narrative of oh, we got a play-in tournament next week. I'm so excited. It's whatever game is coming up. You know what it means, and you show up and you play. And he's been doing that. Obviously, as of late, I think he's been in it all year. His body has been in much better shape, and he's locked in mentally. But you see the impact that he's had, and that's all it is. Nobody that's been where we've been over the last 5 years would hear a play and be like, "Ooh, can't wait." But when the schedule comes out, whoever we're playing, whatever the situation is, I'm damn sure he'll show up and be ready to go. So that's it.
Steph, how big has we talked about how Draymond is when it comes to stakes. What do you think it is in him that makes him just get to a next level when there are stakes involved, as opposed to when there aren't stakes involved?
It's like that cliche conversation of do you like to win more or do you hate to lose more? He hates to lose, and I think that's something we've seen over the years, myself included. And when you feel the intensity start to rise, you get later in the season, you start to see things kind of materialize a little bit. That feeling starts to, increase every night. So, especially with the experiences that we've had and the competitiveness and the competitive fire that we have, he leads the charge with that. Whether it's vocally, demonstrably, with his body language, or the way he's out there playing, he shows it. So I love that part about it.
Steph, Kent Bazemore said that you guys have all encouraged Jordan to take that shot, and Jordan said he shoots that with you pretty regularly. I mean, how much of a momentum, even though they did make a comeback attempt, I mean, that gave you guys some momentum going into the fourth. And you got a lot from your supporting cast tonight on a night you had 2 or 3 guys on you the whole time.
I mean, that's how we're going to win if everybody has that mentality that when you're on the floor, you need to make an impact and you need to be aggressive and confident and make plays on both ends of the floor. So especially for a guy as talented as him, being able to score the basketball, he has to have that mentality from the jump. And we're playing 8 guys right now, so we understand. Everybody understands their role. Understand they're gonna get an opportunity, and it's about just what you do with it. So I love the vibe that we have, knowing it's all we got, and it's a matter of just going out and hooping and just playing basketball and enjoying the opportunity that we all have, because NBA life is wild and unpredictable, and being able to adjust and adapt on the fly is the mark of a good team that we're trying to be.
You guys have given away a handful of games down the stretch of the season. Is it good for this team to kind of get punched in the mouth late, like you did, go down, but still pull one out?
I think yes and no, because one, you understand, especially when you get to the playoffs or the play-in, that you get ready for moments when you have a control of a game, what you need to do to maintain that. And Draymond talked about it after the game. There are certain things that don't really go or don't really jump off the screen or off the court when you watch it, in terms of you might give a guy a certain open look because you don't rotate, or you might lose a little bit of focus. And give them a good rhythm jumper, and then all of a sudden an avalanche starts, whether it's that game, whether it's the next game in a series, or whatever the case may be. So a night like tonight where we played pretty well through 41, 42 minutes, whatever it was, that almost came back to bite us. So it's a good learning lesson. Glad we can learn it in a win, but it matters every possession in a situation where you need, to keep your focus and execute down the stretch. This is obviously one we haven't won. A game like tonight is one we haven't won in a while, so that definitely feels good.
Just bouncing off that question, obviously, if you could choose, you would want to be sitting in first place like you guys have so many times in the past. But is there something that you can appreciate about this team where, guys have battled a lot of adversity all season long and you're still fighting? 3 games left. You guys still have a lot to play for. I guess, like, the beauty kind of in the struggle of this year, and you guys are still playing high-stake basketball?
We talked about trying to make the season mean something, and we're closing in on that little window where all the ups and downs that we've been through, all the emotional roller coasters, the injuries, the newness of our group, getting to a point where you know who's available and you go out and rock and just kind of let it all out. So I think, who knows what's going to happen in the next, 10 days or so, but we're playing our best basketball in the sense of just understanding how we're supposed to win. And, sometimes it goes our way, sometimes it doesn't, but that is a good feeling when you know the games that matter are here and approaching.
As a guy who has hit a lot of half-court shots in his career, how fun is it for you to see a young guy like Jordan Poole hit those shots as well?
It's fun. It's fun for the crowd. It's fun for him. We haven't practiced as much as of late, but when we do have shoot around a practice, me and him have a little competition when we're warming up. And today he was hot this morning. He was on fire. I think he made like 4 out of 6 or something like that. So it was very fitting that he carried that over and had an opportunity to shoot it. And more so, I'm proud that he actually shot it, because there's a lot of guys in this league now that are worried about field goal percentage and all that stuff, and they don't even take the heaves because they don't want the field goal attempt. That's one of my pet peeves in the league. So I'm glad he took it, and obviously he roll with the punches on that, and hopefully it goes in.
When did your little shooting competition start, and what kind of sparked that between you guys?
I've been doing it for a while with a lot of different guys over the course of the years. More fun for me to just stay locked in and try different shots when we're warming up. Ian Clark was one of the first guys I started with back in the day. I'm definitely missing somebody, but JP's stepped right in, and he obviously can shoot it, so we have a good little back and forth.
Obviously, every game is important at this point in the season, but it's been a while since you guys have actually been able to play a legitimate contender over the last few games. So how does it feel to be able to beat a team like that at this point in the season?
It's a good test. We know that they're missing 2 guys that'll probably be around when the playoffs start, with Donovan and Mike Conley, but they have been playing well. You look at teams' track records over the last 7 games or whatever, and they've been playing really well. So it's not like they're any slouch winning, without those 2 guys. So it was a good win for us. It was good to feel that intensity of, understanding how they've been playing, try to execute on defense, and give ourselves, a good chance to win. We did that. Kind of obviously let it sputter down the end of the game in the fourth, but it was a good vibe out there in terms of semi-playoff basketball without the stakes attached to it.
Hi, Steph.
You mentioned focus, Steph.
Oh, again, go ahead, Monty. Don't worry.
It'll be quick. In terms of wanting to be sharp at this point of the season, is it significant that you're playing back-to-back nights against the 2 top teams in the league in terms of record?
Yeah, because if you think the way things pan out, if we take care of our business and get in the bracket, we'll probably be playing one of them in the first round. So it's just a good experience to come off the OKC games where we obviously handled our business there, but these are 2 different tests. So this will be a good one tomorrow. Win or lose, it'll be we'll be ready, but mentally to I think they play two different styles, but you know, you're not gonna play a back-to-back in the playoffs, but to come in with the right mindset of how to give ourselves a good, you know, start to the game, build momentum, understand that, you know, Phoenix is at the hotel down the street resting up. Like, there'll be a good mental test for us to kind of overcome the back-to-back situation and go out and you know, back this up and validate what we did tonight.
Hi, Steph. It's Maria Vidal for Top Deportes in Latin America. Sorry, Monty, for interrupting you for the second time, by the way. I was wondering, does having fans in the arena help you guys make those impressive shots? And how would you describe the fans' impact on your game, especially tonight?
It makes a huge difference. Even 4,000 fans versus, you know, just a couple family members, or nobody in the stands when the season started. It makes a huge difference in terms of trying to build some type of home court advantage, and obviously, you know, if you've been around this league long enough, you feed off of the crowd's energy. You love that interaction. You love their energy when good things happen, and you feel it. Makes a huge difference for us, and we've missed it for a very long time, and it's been great to have, you know, a few of them back.
Steph, it feels like I think this is the first time you guys have been underdogs since, I think, going into the postseason since 2014. What is that mindset like when you're going into the postseason not expected to win it all? What does that feel like going into the postseason now?
We got to channel some 2013, 14 kind of vibes. We were just coming on the scene as a new up-and-coming playoff type team. So I know we've been there. I can kind of remember what it's like when, you know, nobody's probably going to pick you in the series or whatnot. We got to get there first, but yeah, we're not too far removed from that to not remember what it feels like and to just come out swinging.